just sent out the going live notifications. Maghorn, if you were gonna go to sleep, you should probably go to sleep. These are archived, so you can always go back and watch them to see if anything interesting actually happened. Or if I just spend another 2-3 hours bumbling around, trying to figure out what the hell I'm even doing. I did remember to... Okay, good. I did actually remember to turn on video this time. This is true, Maghorn. Sleep is for normal people. So, supposedly, this is the home of a plague-bearer cult. He certainly doesn't look terribly normal. I was really expecting that to be a load screen, and for this to just automatically go south.
What's up, brother? You enlightened?
Sure.
I see. Welcome to the Brotherhood. The Bishop will see you upstairs.
So I'm going to be shooting my way down instead of shooting my way up. I guess I'm technically allowed to be here. Ah, this is the perfect stream for you then, Maghorn. Okay, maybe not, since I somehow wound up with a Tremere.
Did you get summoned? You're going upstairs to see the bishop.
What are you talking about?
New to the Brotherhood, huh? Just got enlightened. I've been here a few days. When the bishop wants to see you, you'll be summoned, and then you go up these stairs up to the temple.
Have you seen him? What's he like?
The bishop? Yeah, I saw him once. He is beautiful and scary. I dream about him all the time. He does things to me in my dreams. He does things I don't like to remember.
What goes on upstairs in the temple?
I don't know. I mean, I hear things, but I haven't been summoned. I had a friend snuck up there a few days ago. Said she saw things, bad things. Yeah.
DCP, you aren't late. I've only been streaming for about 3 minutes now. I mean, technically 7, but I started the broadcast 5 minutes early to let people get in before I actually did anything. Anyway.
Blood. She said, blood everywhere. She saw a few of the summoned to try to,
I think I have my volume up louder than usual.
Just stared at her with these woo blank looks, you know. No, one of them started reaching for her, and she ran away.
Sure. I just realized that I have my desktop volume up significantly louder than I normally do. I'm not entirely sure why. There we go. Yeah, I would agree with Maghorn's statement there. It is great when it's not bugging out. Hey, White Wolf. See, you sound scared.
Yeah. I know. The bishop said we have to shed our earthly fears on our journey to the ninth circle. But I'm scared to go upstairs. I just want to go home. You know, I want to go home.
Alright, don't worry, you won't have to worry about the bishop anymore.
Please, I want to go home. Please, I want to go home.
Shit, was that like a... I'm gonna reload that just because I think that... I was just trying to insinuate that I was going to kill the bishop, not that I was going to kill her. And I think the game took that a different way than I intended. I'll just skip over her dialogue.
I don't know. Yeah.
I needed the blood anyway. I think I'll start this off with my revolver, given I have excessive amounts of ammo for it. Oh, wow. The revolver does insanely well on these things. Oh, these things are so weak. I was fully expecting a tough fight. There we go. I am aiming for the head, but the aiming is just a tiny bit wonky. There we go. Okay, that's too far for the revolver. There we go. I fucking love this. I have so much ammo and so many guns. And I have barely been able to use them because melee does so much better on everything else. I was expecting Resident Evil and I got House of the Dead. Oh, I did not mean to use Auspex. Oh. Oh no, it's just rats. Is there a better revolver, Maghorn? I don't have the Glock though, DCP, and I just have so much 38 caliber that I don't even care. I've got 6 in the chamber. Not 6 in the chamber, that's the wrong word. 6 in the cylinder, and another 40 rounds. I think I'll be good. There we go. Magnum sounds fun. I fucking love this place. Alright, so go down there next. Is that a wall? I think that's a wall. It's too dark to see. Right. And then there was a hole in one of the walls here. Oh, that's gonna bite me in the ass again, isn't it? Ow. Wow. That was quick. Huh. I kind of doubt that any of these guys are gonna grab me. They're a little indisposed. All I really have to do is sit back in this corner. I won't, because that's boring. There we go. I'm not sure if I brought enough bullets. Well, I mean, once I run out of 38, I've still got... How much shotgun ammo do I have? I have 18 shotgun shells and 74 auto bullets. I will save the door for later. I'm gonna clear out the floor first. I'm kind of disappointed that there's nothing to loot. But, oh. Okay, I thought that was a headshot. And that was just terrible aim. Oh, come on, that really was a headshot. Well, I made up for it with the next guy. I love this place. This is my favorite level. Now I know it's a Half-Life engine game.
Welcome, brother. I see you have been enlightened. Are you searching for something? Do you seek the truth? You've come to the right place, brother. We got more truth here than we can handle.
Yeah, that's fine, Rob. I didn't even realize there was locational damage. Most of the human enemies don't seem to take any extra damage from anywhere, which is a bit disappointing. You're the cause of all this disease, aren't you?
Disease. Brother, you've got to open your mind. One man's disease is another man's sanctity. Here among the brotherhood of the Ninth Circle, we have shed these earthly labels. Come, partake of our divine communion.
I would rather not.
They call me Bishop Vic, Shepherd of the Damned, your midnight guide through our last days here on Earth. Do you feel it, brother? The curtain being drawn back at last, drawn back by my hand, by the brotherhood of the Ninth Circle.
It sounds... I think the voice actor was trying to do a New Orleans accent? Maybe? He's not doing a very good job.
Gehenna, Judgment Day, the apocalypse again. Brother, you are too indoctrinated into the antiquated beliefs of this material world. There is no rhyme or reason, no all-powerful and terrible gods who watch over their children. You talk of disease. What about the disease that you and I both carry? Our flesh remade into nothing more than an abomination, feeding on our brothers and sisters like so many cattle. What God watched over me when that demon tore into my neck and made me into this monster you see before you? No, brother. There is no God who would tolerate such a thing. And so I have become God, and the diseases I carry to the masses will bring about an end of my own making. Until we have all journeyed below into the ninth circle.
I mean, he has some points in that vampires do tend to use people as cattle. But he's also, like... It's like, yeah, so, of course, the fucking solution to that is to spread disease and murder people through biological warfare.
The time for words has come and gone, my brother. You and I will take those last steps together and see what truth lies behind the curtain. Let the night fall forever on this cursed earth, and let the fruits of my labor bring a long and bloody harvest.
Bring it on. Ow. Okay, he's also carrying a shotgun. I think I may stick... Actually, I'll go with the Braddock for a bit. Whoa. Okay, this thing is harder to control than I expected. This thing. I feel like maybe a good choice here would just be to take down the zombies first. Go. And now I can focus on him. What exactly does Blood Purge do again? Enemies become violently ill, vomiting blood. I should really use that one. That was really weird. At least I know not to use the Braddock because it fucking sucks.
Did you get summoned? You're going up.
Right.
You're...
I think I'll save before I walk into that room this time. And this time hide behind a wall, take out the zombies, and then deal with them. That is a really bizarre bit of lore. World of Darkness is so fucking weird. And now there's new World of Darkness. Because... Sure.
I don't know. Blood. Yeah.
Magic Hide and Go Seek is going to be an interesting game. Now then, let's see if I can do single shots with this thing. Yes. And this way. Okay, so it pulls up and to the right. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with my good old 38. Oh. Just missed that one. Oh, where do you come from? Alright, I think I'll clear out this top floor. Then before I jump down, take a trip to the black market and buy some ammo. I can barely see them. It's fun to shoot them, honestly. Got so much ammo anyway. Yep. So that's the top floor. Oh. Oh, come on. You fucking prick. There we go. I could do a few hits with the fire axe, or I could do a singular I need to stop hitting F to try and activate things. I could do a few hits with a fire axe, but I much prefer one nice, clean shot through the head. Of course, it tends to not exactly be clean when it sends body parts flying all over the place. Zombie graveyard in Hollywood. That's gonna be interesting. It certainly does need a remake. The fucking CDC are hilarious in this game. I think so far they have been my favorite random NPCs. Good, good. As any proper zombie thing should.
My man, what is up?
Right, I need to do some shopping.
Certified. Hey, don't walk on by. I look like Dionne Warwick.
And
Check it out,
I should really
step
get
right
around
up.
to selling all of that crap.
Yo,
I
man,
wound
got a
up
Galapagos
picking up.
this turtle this week only. Yo, man, got a Galapagos turtle this week only. David Duchovny sick, signed, sealed, and certified. Yo, I got dinosaur eggs what kind. Buy 'em and hatch 'em. Yo, yo, yo. Koala ears, lazy eye hammocks, and dwarf saddles right here. Yo, yo, yo.
Okay,
I
I've
got
never noticed what
dinosaur
kind of
eggs.
bullshit
Yo,
this
yo,
guy
know
is
what
selling.
kind.
This is
Buy 'em
amazing.
and hatch 'em. Yo, yo, yo. I got dinosaur eggs. We don't know what kind. Buy 'em and hatch 'em. Yo, man, got a Galapagos turtle this week only. Check it out, check it out. Step right up. Check it out, step right up.
There we go. I didn't really get the opportunity to. I should go back and talk to her again and hand it to her. I figured that it would just, I had kind of assumed that it had just taken all of the stuff out of my inventory. I didn't realize that it was still there until, you know, just now. Honestly, the Sly Cooper trilogy, I've noticed some people trying to play that remake and getting weird fucking issues. Like, the remake itself is mostly fine, but it's also, like, got a few little bugs in the, programming that make it do things like you try to jump onto a rail and it just throws you, like, halfway across the fucking room for some reason. Shit like that. Actually, I should save right here. I need a name for this save. This is the first time I've really been without a name. I can't think of a joke, so just 9 circle. What's this about a pine tree? I don't really watch very many movies, Rob. I am probably gonna go see the new Star Wars next week. I meant to go see it around Christmas time, but the theater was fucking packed, and by the time we got there, they didn't have any. Ninth Circle of Bullshit would have been a great name, White Wolf. I wish that I'd thought of that. Whoa. There we go. Random person, what are you doing? Why are you shouting the names of different kinds of trees and wood? There is no point. I mean, yeah, the unofficial patch has done a great job of cleaning up the game. This is... We do, in fact, have an idiot. But this isn't quite as bad as the 6 different accounts with the same offensive name counting to 6.
Are you searching for something? Do you seek the truth? They call me Gehenna, you talk. No. The time for.
Oh, come on, that was a headshot. That was a flat-out headshot. Some of the accuracy stuff is really spotty. Nope. Oh, come on. I kind of wish he didn't move so ridiculously fast. Or have, you know, unfair fucking accuracy. Like he kind of does. Shield. Random, this is Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, in which I am some random schmuck who got turned into a vampire. Does this guy even have to... He can't go past the table. You mean that table? Wait, am I actually hidden from him right now? I think I'm actually hidden right now. Oh my god. This is amazing. I can just sit here and let myself recover. No, no, no. I think I'm going to equip the Braddock in case he gets too close. Because I need to heal a little bit. And blood shield. I am not, in fact, screwed. I don't have blood heal. I just have wait for regenerating health to bring me back up to full while he forgets how to... how to anything, really. I am sure. I'll scroll through. Nope. I'll check. And that's, of course, it's not in all specs. Blood salvo and blood boil there. Maybe for a different clan? Recent controversy? Huh? I had kind of forgotten that that game was a thing, honestly. That is a good plan, Rob. Come on. Oh, I hate this thing. Yeah, I'm not using this thing on anything less than a cluster of enemies. Oh wait, that's the one I wanted. I do love that I'm able to do that too. Oh. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Shotgun, I guess. Actually, no, he's a ranged fighter. Let's go with the fire axe. Don't melee him, huh? I mean, I wouldn't have done that if he was at any higher health, but that seemed to work rather well. Let's see. Killed Bishop Vic, report back to Damsel, and report to the Regent. And I got some experience from that. I think I'll save another point and then bump up my melee skill. Really? And they just lock the area off after that? Kinda sucks. What are my PC's specs? My PC's specs are an let me double check. I can never remember the processor's name, but I know how to see. Athlon X4 760K, 8 gigs of DDR3 RAM, and a Radeon R7 260X, and a 1 terabyte hard drive. Good night, Rob. as I said, this stream is, of course, the return of the bullshit wizard.
Ugh, Cam.
All the plague bearers are dead.
You killed all of them? You. Huh. So I guess you want me to thank you or something? Damn it. Thanks, okay? Well, cool for now, but just don't go bragging to everybody about it.
You're a bitch in a good way.
You know, you just may have an anarch soul. I'll let you chew on that, Cammy. Some of the boys might have overheard our conversation and gotten the impression I've gone soft. Somebody in this joint's gotta lack the restraint to keep their mouths shut.
Maybe. See you, damsel.
Sorry, newbie, but I got the whole city
Alright,
shouting
then.
in my ear right now. I'll have to run
I should probably let the regent know too. I missed it. I know that my quest log updated. I did, in fact, get a point to bump up my melee with. A rating of Bubsy 3D to Half-Life 2. Which Bubsy 3D are we talking about? Are we talking about the actual one that was released on the, what was it, PlayStation 1? Or are we talking the fake one that was released, I think, by the same people who did the Sonic Dreams collection? The actual not, I don't know where it'd fall on that kind of scale. It's decent.
Hello, neonate. How can I be of assistance?
Do you have a few minutes to
course.
talk? Solved the
You
epidemic.
have? Impressive, young one. What exactly was the source of the epidemic?
Yeah. Oh, so they removed it in an update then? Right, blood cult.
Tell me of this so-called bishop.
Wanted to bring about the end of the world.
I see. That end may very well be upon us. But to business. I have a debt to pay you for your services.
Yes, you do.
If you so desire, I can give to you a unique talisman that might be of use in the future. If that does not interest you, I can compensate you with hard currency. You decide.
How useful is this talisman? Yeah, Bubsy 3D is not worth keeping random. It is not good.
A wise choice, neonate. True power lies not in wealth, but in the things it affords you. You have done well. Your
Yeah,
status
money
is
doesn't
much
really
raised
seem
within the
very
country. Perhaps you might have a place
well,
here with us sometime.
not that
in
it's
the
not
future.
important, but not very, hard to come by. Thank you.
What is it you would like to know?
No, nothing right now. Goodbye. Yeah. Now, let's see. Nines. Right. Okay, right. Go talk to the prince. Got it. That took way too long to register in my head. He didn't seem to have anything else to offer at the moment. Oh, so I have to talk to Chunk every time. Alright.
Yeah, you go right on up and see Mr. Lacroix. Ah, let's see what we got on good old camera 3. Oh, well, hello there. I've been thinking about you. Oh, yeah. I want to lick you all over. Then make my way
What
down to
the hell?
center and get your hands off my Bavarian cream.
Oh, is he talking about a literal donut that someone is stealing? That is amazing. Yeah, I got lost in the Regent's house the first time too. It's annoying.
Give the Anarch community my regards.
Alright. Said some nonsense.
If I may give you a
didn't
piece
listen.
of advice, always listen to others' words carefully. Read between the lines, gauge where you stand with them and who they decry or exalt. The more you know about someone, the greater your advantage. Now that that's out of the way, I trust you're prepared to leave for the Dane.
Also, it's rather odd to hear someone refer to it as a Bavarian cream. Most people around here call them Boston creams, although there's one... there's 3 or 4 major grocery store chains, and 3 of them call it a Boston cream, and the 4th calls it a Bavarian cream. It's the exact same kind of donut, but it has 2 different names for some reason. I'll keep that in mind, DCP. I'm assuming it's one of those areas where you get stuck for a while. Right. I had some questions.
I suppose I can spare a few seconds.
Some questions about
Yes.
people. Yourself.
It's common knowledge. I was born in Calais, France, over 200 years ago. When I graduated from the Royal Military Academy, I joined Napoleon's army. It was shortly after Waterloo, when I was embraced by a Belgian noble. From that time onward, I counted some of the greatest kindred in Europe as my mentors, and worked towards establishing a Camarilla presence in new territories. In 1930, I came to the Americas and staked power in New York. Soon after, I headed west to claim domain.
Yep, I'm ready to go to the Dane.
Good. I'm counting on an encore exposition of the talent you showed earlier. Go. And remember, under no circumstances are you to open the Ankaran sarcophagus. We'll talk later. Good. There's a boat waiting for you on the beach in Santa Monica.
All right then. Yeah, it doesn't sound like the sort of thing that I want to open for any reason. Like... bad things will happen if I open it.
What's the hops, bro?
Of course, all in all, I get the feeling that, while I'm probably going to encounter the glitch with a bunch of cops, I'm also just going to flawlessly run past them for no discernible reason. And get away completely scot-free. And I should check my email. You know, since I'm in Santa Monica now, it'd probably be a good thing for me to do. Nope. Huh. I will do that then. Hopefully that guard... I haven't seen her since the hospital. Because I did rescue her at the hospital, but I haven't seen her since then. I've got no idea where she is. Okay, so this is the quest where she winds up. Okay. I was wondering when she was going to show up. I figured it might be a little bit further in the story, but I kind of figured it would be, you know.
Hey, what can I say? You preserved my ass. I truly appreciate you not saying anything, and I want you to know I take care of those who do me favors. So from now on, you need equipment, info, you come see me at my apartment. Don't hesitate.
I will keep that in mind. You look like you're feeling better. I might need some equipment for this little trip. Yeah, I do need more 38. About $100 worth of 38.
Anything I can do for you tonight?
How are you feeling?
I tell you, that blood you guys got's an amazing thing. Help close up a few wounds. This back alley patch fixed up the rest. I needed that beating. Good reminder not to overestimate my ability. Last time it's gonna happen.
Okay, I need some info. Concerning weapons.
Specifically?
A sniper rifle sounds nice. Combat shotgun, maybe. Can I?
Only a lunatic would want that kind of ordnance. That's why they got him in Washington.
I was looking for some other weapons.
Specifically?
Sniper rifle.
Not easy, even in this country. Military-grade sniper rifle with 50 caliber ammo can take a man apart at quite a distance. Makes the Secret Service nervous. I can, however, get my hands on a SWAT rifle. Give me some time.
A 50 caliber rifle isn't hard to come by. You just need to pay $5 a round. Zero, I'm not sure I can get away with shanking anyone in this game. Okay, I was looking for some other weapons. Combat
what
shotgun.
You want is a Spaz 15. I got a connection for those, but I haven't seen him in a while. Think he's in Mexico. As soon as he gets back, I'll have a few of them. Putting together a dragon's breath, too. Sort of. Spits WP rounds. Few nights' work.
White phosphorus rounds?
Specifically?
Okay, what about the
Oh,
flamethrower?
yeah, I got a lot of requests for those. I blame the movies. Everybody thinks they're a riot till they set their friends on fire. They're not very easy to get hold of. I got a Vegas connection for those. Last time I was out there, I had to shoot.
On the one hand, flamethrowers are stupid and ineffective. On the other hand, this is a video game, so I'm kind of tempted.
Specifically?
I think the sniper rifle, because range is the hardest thing for me to deal with.
Could take a man apart at quite a distance. Makes the Secret Service nervous. I can, however, get my hands on a SWAT rifle. Give me some time.
Oh, I've killed several people. But it's just a little... I'll come back when you have a sniper rifle then.
Hi.
Alright, go with E.
Life's been hard on him, both of us, but he forgives me. We're leaving soon. I have some family with a place out in the middle of nowhere in Oregon. It should be okay for us to stay out there, as long as we're together.
Okay. Good luck to both of you. I can't give her stuff back to her.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to give her stuff back. Unless I'm supposed to give it to E?
Thin blood. Looks thick enough to me.
Do you know who the head vampire is?
Who doesn't?
If the head vampire dies, we all become human again, right?
I am very tempted to trick him into buying the wooden stake that I'm carrying, but I also get the feeling that I also get the feeling that I might need the stake at some point. Then again, vampires don't seem to be particularly immune to regular death or to regular death dealing implements, so sure.
Okay, but first I had another question. How about blood transfusions? If I get a full blood transfusion, I can become human again, right?
Sure, if it's unicorn blood.
Unicorn blood?
Oh, there can be vampires, but no such thing as unicorns.
I'll buy it. I'm gonna go get some money. Come back in a little while.
I will. This poor bastard.
Easy. Evening.
Goodbye. Okay, it's not letting me get into the boat. Oh, now it's letting me get into the boat. I almost feel sorry for the poor guy, but my God, he's just so gullible. This guy?
Yo, Pally. Ah, for Christ's sakes. Tell Jacobson if he plans on making editor-in-chief, he's got to start working with me. I can't keep getting him these scoops if he's going to send high school journalists who don't know enough to wear something that would blend in.
He didn't tell me this was a formal affair.
Jeez. What kind of Woodstein don't think to at least show dressed up like an investigator, a Coast Guard guy, something? Didn't you ever see Fletch? What, are they just handing out those diplomas nowadays?
Alright, we need to do this fast if we don't want to get caught.
I got you a copy of the initial report. and I can get you into the cabin, but you gotta make yourself real scarce after that. Anybody catches you, I don't know you. And no goddamn flash photography, brainchild.
Where do I
Hold
go?
on a sec. Hines to Marsh. Hines to Marsh. Marsh, they need you up in the bridge. Over. There. The security room will be clear.
Got it.
Head down the stairs behind you and stay low. When you get down there, wait for me to call off the guy guarding gangway A. As soon as he leaves, get your ass moving, and don't let him see you. I'll give you a couple of minutes, but don't dilly-dally. In and out, okay?
Understood.
Don't forget to stay out of sight. If anyone sees you, you're on your own. Take the stairs up to the security room. There'll be a computer in there. The password is Lighthouse. Lighthouse. All one word. You getting all this?
Yep.
Now get a move on. And don't forget to tell Jacobson I get double my usual fee for this one.
Okay. Okay, he
Hines
said...
to Jacobson. Anderson. Hines to Anderson. Come in, Anderson. Come check this out. I just saw a baleen whale. Yeah?
This way, right? I'm not being stupid. Oh, you... Doors are my worst fucking enemy. Yay. I was really half expecting that to be a more difficult lock. Up here, I guess. Yes. Let's try. A record room and not... Alright, I figured it would... I thought I was supposed to go into the security room. Okay. A little confused, though. He said the password was Lighthouse, but... Oh, password for a there's different passwords for different menus. That's weird. Let's see. Okay. That was easy. I didn't even wind up needing my bullshit wizard powers. Doors are my fucking arch nemesis. Doors are the one thing that can prevent my clean getaways from situations that should be inescapable. One day, the death of me will just be a hallway full of doors. And as I struggle to get through each and every one of them, I will finally be caught. Alright, now I'm gonna check. Now, I guess I'll just go back and see Lacroix.
Where to?
Oh, hey.
Hey, I know this might seem creepy and all, but please don't blow me off, okay? Someone told me I could find you here. I mean, I've been looking all over for you since that night. Because I just wanted to... I'm in your debt. I want to help you. I owe you my life, and I feel like I need to repay you. I almost forgot. I'm Heather. Heather Poe. I'm not weirding you out or anything, am I?
It's hard to do. Yeah. You do look significantly better. And it
Only
is very
because
hard
of
to
you.
weird me out these
What you
last
did
few
for
nights.
me. Here, I got you this. I thought you might be able to use it. It can be useful to you. I'd do anything. Just tell me you'll let me help you. Let me stay with you. Make me feel this way. Really? I promise you won't regret it. Promise. I'll get you money, I'll get you things, everything. I want to be important to you.
Yeah.
I know where you live. I checked there first. I'll wait for you at your place. And when you do come back, I'll take care of whatever you want. I'd do anything for you.
Well then.
Evening, Chief. You back to see Mr. Lacroix again?
That's right.
Yeah, he told me to send you up as soon as you came in. Lots of people here to see Mr. Lacroix. Nice guy. He seems a little different, though. I wonder if he's... that's his business.
I've tried streaming at different times, Robo. My connection tends to be less spotty at this time of night. Thanks, Chunk. You are also probably the only functional member of society in this entire chat.
I've said all I need to for now. I don't have time for a monologue. Give me the bullet points of what you saw.
Everyone on board was massacred. There were no survivors.
And the Ankaran sarcophagus. What did you see?
Blood all over the floor. Handprints indicate it was opened from within.
Opened? Let's not jump to conclusions. Give me the manifest in your notes. I'll sort this mess later. You might have noticed when you came in the parade of malingering mollycoddles filing out.
A 50-hour week depends on current situations. Hey, Eli. Hey, Vincent. What was that all about?
Those were the Primogen, this city's clan elders. A worrisome bunch devoted first and foremost to the security of their own skin, which is why they were here. It seems Alistair Grout, the Malkavian Primogen, has either forgotten how to answer his phone or is missing. Each minor problem like a grain of sand. Each night I inherit the desert. The Sabbat's appearance has put the Primogen on edge. Grout's mansion is in the Hollywood Hills. I need you to pry Grout out of whatever crack he's crawled into and have him contact us.
Certainly.
Yes, for the moment. You know, your demeanor thus far bears similar characteristics to those that rise to the top of this organization. Stay that course.
Thank you, sir. Now about Grout.
Yes, about Grout. As I said, Grout is the Malkavian Primogen. His behavior and home are eccentric, to say the least. He's developed a paranoid bent lately, so you may have to check under every bed in the place for him.
That is a very interesting... That is a very interesting situation to be in. I've never known someone to do their job so well that everyone else gets fired. But congratulations on doing that good a damn job. Unless that is sarcasm, which I rather suspect that it is. Of course, she shows up right when you leave DCP. Right. I'll go right away.
When we hear from Grout, you may come back. Until then.
Fuck it.
Yeah, you go right on up and see Mr. Lacroix. Cover me, Tubbs!
What?
Must have dozed off there a minute.
Who the fuck is Tubbs? Tubbs and Chunk. Okay. Now I'll go back and check my email again.
Need a ride?
Given that I need to get in the cab anyway.
Lovely evening.
I was wondering why you were being so quiet when she showed up, DCP. Two new emails. Paid favors. Mercurio, stop by my apartment when you get a chance. I'll set you up. Nice. Don't touch. Okay. What kind of voice should I do for this? Because I know that I'm going to have to read this in a silly voice, but I can't decide on what kind of silly voice. Fuck it, let's go with senile old man.
Don't touch the butter. The new extreme sport that's sweeping the nation is now on a limited edition DVD. Watch superstars Iron Will McMahon, Brock Dry Hands Hines, and Margarine Mike Davenport as they use every bit of restraint in their body to not touch the butter. 1 bowl of butter, 2 contestants, 3 judges, and a hell of a lot of willpower. To order, log on to www.don'ttouchthebutter.vtm. That was significantly more fun to read than I expected it to be. And entirely different than I thought it was going to be.
I'm so glad you're back. I've been waiting here just like you asked. Your place is, nice.
It's not. It's really not. It's not nice. It's a fucking slum. Yeah, you get some sleep, Robo. 50-hour week has gotta suck. Yeah, it may not be much, but
Is there
it's
something
mine.
I can do for you? Anything. Just ask.
There's something I think you should know.
Oh. Are you married? Is that why you don't want me around? What? You're joking, right? That's like slang for something like catcher or some fetish term, right? Not like a blah, blah, vampire, right? No, there's no such thing. This isn't funny anymore. You will. I do love you so much, whatever you are. I don't care. I just want to be with you. What can I do to show my appreciation?
I'm rather curious about how you wound up in that hospital.
Me? I'm not so special, you know? I go to college. I'm majoring in fashion design. I think I'm pretty creative. I just started school a year late because my parents died. Car crash. I didn't really have anyone special in my life until you came along.
Yeah, wait here. Yep. This has been a productive trip to the apartment. I need to get somewhere less fucking awful, but still. I'm assuming that each different group has their own home sort of area. Like, I know the clans each give, or the clans give clan members houses or housing. There's a house for Lacroix, and I'm assuming there's a house for the Anarchs. What the hell is Nines doing here?
You. What are you doing here?
Hey, Nines, what's up?
No.
That was not a yes or no question at all.
You should get out of here. This place is bad news. Pardon me.
Wait. What's inside? Okay. That was confusing. See, the hotel was great, but this is a real possessed property sort of place. This is what a scary house is supposed to look like. Hi? Are you scratching your chin with a fucking dagger? I'm assuming that's another... You don't say. Okay, I was sort of expecting them to be like the zombies from earlier. Shit. Oh, come on.
It is quite peculiar, the happenings I've been made to witness for my supernatural longevity. I am thinking of one unfortunate phenomenon in particular, of unique interest to...
I was really hoping that it would continue to play while I was in the menu, but...
my station, both as a professional and as a sufferer of this vampiric condition. It seems the stream of time has begun to erode the moorings of
let's
my
try
chosen
this
course
on
of study. For the
these.
methodologies that gave birth to psychology
They seem to take a
are
little more
slowly
damage than,
disappearing.
say,
I find
Vic.
myself in an era that overlooks the physical component
So
of
hopefully
psychological
the-
pathology time and again in favor of the sophisticated.
You know, I'd initially assumed that this was an Uzi,
Phrenology,
but
dactopintilism,
looking at
and
it
the
now,
rest
I
of
think
the
it's a
old guard
Mac
has
10.
fallen by the wayside, its champions all silenced in death, with my unique exception.
Would that I could make my voice heard again, although it may be suspicious should I return to popular medical discourse 50 years after my apparent death. No, better that I continue my studies into the psychoses in secret. One day, may I hold up my own cure as validation of the methods. I am confident no cure for my condition, or that of my beloved wife, lies within our figurative minds, waiting to be unlocked by the correct combination of memories recovered from our childhoods. And I'm most certain it has nothing to do with the relationship between myself, my parents, and my genitals. Sorry, Sigmund, but I choose to stay my course. In time, too, may your star fade and disappear.
Wait. Was that... Okay, I'm going to make a wild guess and say that he actually knew Sigmund Freud. You mean the Thrall's DCP? Or blah, not the Thrall, the Clown's DCP? I can't even try to open that one. Okay. What the hell are you even doing? What? Perception at once shapes the mind and rules over time. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that. Time, however, erodes human perception and then in turn warps the mind. The mind is capricious, having various effects on perception, time, and the mind itself. With harmony, progress is made. So I think... Okay, wait. Perception at once shapes the mind and rules over time. So the eye changes mind in time. Time change. Okay. Sure. That was easy.
Another unfortunate casualty to tide of time, insane asylums.
This is about as close to sitting down as I can get.
Not only as brokerage houses for the breadth and depth of human psychoses, but also I shall mourn.
I'm actually not bad at actual puzzles like that.
Environment present only in an insane
Why do I keep right-clicking?
Palpable atmosphere of blistered
I have this sort of instinct that I'm going to aim down sights or something, and I just kind of tend to do that to look around sometimes.
That gently rolling cacophony of distant sobs and
Oh, well.
The muttered
We'll just
cursing
grain
of
the next one.
enemies, and the blissful gurgling of the lobotomized, like a newborn babe discovering the sky. I shall still find test subjects as surely as I find bloody sustenance in the night, but this climate, I fear, may never be replicated.
Those are the easiest sorts of puzzles, though. Like, it's just a set of things. Like, if there had been, say, more of them, or they hadn't just affected the other ones, because all of those affect the other. They each affect the other two. So all you have to do. I wish that I didn't have to keep. That is just really annoying. Yep, bursts. There we go. Oh, problem one is gone. Kill two. Or no, kill one. And drain the last one. It's just a thrall, so it shouldn't really do anything to me if I drain it dry. Yeah. Yeah, there are times when I do start, like, seriously overthinking puzzles and just get stuck on them for ages. Now, how did I know that that was going to be a secret passage? Because this is an evil funhouse, and of course it was going to be a secret passage. You know what? I'm just gonna fix her. Yeah, it's not even worth wasting the ammo on these. Okay, that is good to know, DCP. I was just going to treat it like a linear.
Often I reflect with great regret on the missed opportunity that was my infector. Had I been conscious after the attack, I could have stopped the orderlies from locking her in the roaming pen. What I would give for just one interview, a few simple questions of the plague-ridden woman who met her end that dawn. Of course, there is no guarantee she would have been any more helpful than my current crop of test subjects, mewling wretches. Few could be called enthusiastic. Given the nature of the tests, I cannot expect the same fervor from all, but a modicum of cooperation would be appreciated. Animals. The one called John went so far as to gnaw off his arm and escape into the floorboards like some feral rodent. I still hear him scurrying about at night. He must be making an atrocious mess in there.
I just had to be sure it was actually dead. Unless it is going to revive
My studies
itself.
proceed at a languid pace. I'm mired in a foul ennui as my wife's illness advances. My subjects grow restless without proper supervision, but I cannot pull myself back from this black depression. How many nights I've wasted now, gazing from the tower walk, pondering the frailty of existence.
It's just that anytime you get a character that's making those sort of like insane but like making sense sort of things. How much experience do I have? 8 experience. One more for another point in security, so I think I'll wait for that. Hey, Pavel. But yeah, I've noticed that, like, even when a character is supposed to sound completely sane, the moment you start having them keep meticulous voice records, they just immediately start seeming insane to everyone. Because, I mean, it is really hard to not think of someone who is doing that as kind of nuts. Okay, so this is back into here. So anything I see like that is a lever. Because there's two different kinds of light fixtures. Fucking doors. The ones that are just lights, which are clear, which are these, and the ones that are secretly levers. I will keep that in mind.
After decades of solitary study into this affliction, I have learned that it is by no means mine alone. Indeed, the city is home to an entire society of similarly afflicted individuals with whom I've only recently made contact. They are an understandably standoffish sort, by and large, but I have been able to confirm with them that the condition is indeed vampirism, which apparently comes in a multitude of strains, each with a spectacular set of symptoms such as invisibility and even a sort of lycanthropy. Through numerous official interactions with the governing body of this secret society, I have concluded that their fundamental understanding of the vampiric condition is woefully lacking and mired in suspicion and pseudo-religious dogma that would make a Turk balk for its strictures. Indeed, they seemed impressed with my studies and the eloquence with which I was able to present them. Apparently, the typical sufferer of my particular strain of vampirism is far from the vanguard of the King's English. So impressed were they that they even offered me an office in their government, a rather high office by the sound of things. I believe I shall accept. If nothing else, it should provide a lofty vantage point from which to observe the breadth and epidemiology of the affliction so that I may move more expeditiously toward a cure.
He certainly seems interesting. Rather surprised that there's no... Aha, there we go. I'm not entirely sure what you're trying to say there, Pavel. But it sounds like you did well on something, and that definitely deserves congratulations. Chaos, like the mind, can be understood only through the scientific process. Order, however, is only as good as the perception thereof. Time is the key that links the two and bears witness to their ebb and flow. So time is the key, so that's time. That is clearly chaos. And I'll assume that's order. Yep. I honestly wish these puzzles were just a little more difficult.
I have accepted the role of Primogen for Clan Malkavian, the dreadfully winsome label applied to the particular strain of vampirism I suffer, so named for some supposed vampire father figure of old. More poppycock grown from a backward culture that seems interminably drawn to children's tales and the fiction of Victorian romance, when it should concern itself with the science behind their suffering. No matter, for I have taken this office for no greater reason than to advance my research. I must make mention, however, that even among my would-be peers in this governing
Oh, this
body
guy is one of those
affairs,
everything
the
for
level of
science's
paranoia
sake
and
types.
superstition is frightening. Their intelligence
I do not
is
trust
not the
them.
question, no, indeed. As they courted me for this appointment, I had to suspect that their overtures were hand-tailored to what must be my obvious infatuation with reason, for the devil would do well to have such honey-tongued tempters. Even so, I could not help but notice the dressing of language these vampire leaders chose for their siren song. Whether it is born of habit, from addressing their unwashed, ill-educated subjects, or from their own deep-seated beliefs, their linguistic flourishes belie a faith in superstition over the providence of empirical reason that must be an all-pervasive theme in this society of darkest night. Damn it all, now I'm doing it too.
I like this guy. He's kind of ridiculous. Let's see what's in here first. Is this the way I came up? Yeah, it is. Alright. So glad there's no fall damage. Okay, so I'm going to assume that... Okay, wait. Can't tell if that actually did anything. Well, I'm gonna leave it up, and I'm going to hope that I can find something else. No, I cannot break it. Okay, this doesn't seem to electrocute me, as I expected it would. What the fuck is a Tarl Fang? Oh, I think it turns... No. Okay. There we go. And there we go. There we are. AGDQ, I don't know. I don't really have much interest in it. I kind of know it exists, but have never paid much attention to it. The only one I've ever watched, the only AGDQ playthrough I've ever watched was a Pepsi Man one from a while ago. Because that game is amazing. Oh, right, that's from where I slaughtered a couple of people. See, that'd be this one then, I think. Yes. So far, this seems fairly easy. I wish that there was an actual quick select.
As I expand my dealings with the vampire government, I have encountered a disturbing new symptom of this nature. Frequently, in conversation, I would hear voices emanating from other vampires, voices that are not their own, but which seem to have insight into their lives beyond what I could gather from simple conversation. These voices seem to echo from deep within my fellow vampires, and I cannot be certain if this symptom belongs to my strain of the illicit or theirs. For the voices are various and inconsistent. I dare not mention this symptom to my vampiric.
Pepsi Man was a
to whom I could be loath to reveal any
I'll just
sign
punch him
of
to death.
weakness.
Pepsi Man was a video game for the PlayStation 2, I think? Either the PlayStation 1 or the PlayStation 2.
Have given me ranges from curious to
It was only released in Japan, and it was created as a promotional, like advertisement sort of thing for Pepsi. And the game is about Pepsi Man, the superhero who runs around through the town solving the world's Pepsi shortages and also taking down a psychotic evil AI at one point that just kind of shows up out of nowhere and decides it's going to destroy the town that apparently it runs because the town is run by an AI. Ooh, I didn't even see that key. That's why I need to remember to go back into first person. I have been keeping an eye out for secret rooms DCP. I've actually been doing a fairly good job, surprisingly enough. This one. Ooh, lovely. No secret doors inside the fridge this time. The number pad. Why? Yeah. And he also gets chased by a giant Coke can a couple of times. Yeah, no, there's no quick select. I just tried using the number pad and it does not work. I have to go in and manually select every time. I can hit 2 and it will equip my pistol, or I can hit 1 and it will equip my fists. But nothing else is mapped to a key. But yeah. And in between levels of Pepsi Man, there is a guy who was most definitely not a voice actor. Or not a voice, not most definitely not a voice actor. Most definitely not any kind of actor. Oh god, I need to get out of here. That's giving me an actual headache. But yeah, and in between there's this guy who is most definitely not an actor, talking about how you should drink Pepsi. And it's really weird. And just, it's only got a few levels, it'll only take maybe an hour to play through the whole thing. So, you know, either watch someone else play through it, preferably in one sitting, or go download a ROM of it and play it through on an emulator. It is fun. I can certainly see how that would give you flashbacks of a disco ball birthday. I've never had Blinn or Blinnies. I'm bad at pluralizations in other languages. But I have had pancakes, and since they're similar,
The voices
I will say yes.
And direction of late. They have begun to stay with me long after conversation
earlier
has ceased, and our
taking a
serving
lot
is quite a
more
distraction.
effort to kill.
I fear others are beginning to notice my preoccupation at the vampire gatherings. I am thinking again of the particular vampire of whom I spoke previously, who I dare not name for my growing fear. If the voices are to be believed, then my caution is warranted, for they speak of his blackest crimes, both past and future. More than once, I have seen the suspicion in his eyes and
now
heard
he's
the
going
distrust
crazy.
in his voice when speaking with me. The fear must register on my face, as it is all I can do in these moments to keep from crying out in chorus with the voices.
So at this point, he has gone well and truly insane. Oop. Hello, totally not a god emperor. Welcome to the stream. I mean, yeah, I probably would go batshit if I had mind reading powers. It's not. It's one of the two powers. Well, I mean, if I could turn it on and off, I wouldn't mind so much. The one I really don't like. The one that I really well and truly hate is immortality. That would really fuck me up. White Wolf. Let us hope that no one is ever able to take advantage of similar magic bullshit powers. DCP, that message came through too late.
By the flames!
I'm not Grout.
Grout is dead? Pity it could not be by my hand.
Oh, this is one of the... This is a hunter, isn't it?
And all who bear the mark of
Oh
the
no.
beast will be washed from the earth for the coming of the Lord.
Yeah, yeah, I have proven that I have magic bullshit powers, or that I am a bullshit wizard, because of absolute blind luck, and just bumbling through everything somehow. Which is, scarily enough, how I actually get through life. And wait, can we just
Babble
talk
your
this
native
out?
tongue in the pits of the abyss. I will not hear it anymore.
But
As you burn, tell them it was Grünfeld Bach who sent your damned soul to that lake of fire.
you know,
All
one thing I will
agents
say:
of Satan shall
some
return
things
to
are much
whence
better
they
in
came.
Old World of
Let
Darkness,
this
and some are much
righteous
better in
display
New. in Old World of Darkness, vampires were significantly more interesting. But in New, well, hunters were actually pretty damn interesting. Or in New, hunters are significantly more well handled. Because in Old World of Darkness, there's this whole thing about how hunters are, like, hunters have some kind of insane magic power. Fucking hell. Let's try this again. Good thing it has autosaves. At the very least, I opened a couple of secret doors. Like I went through that fireplace earlier. And wandered around a little bit. I wish that I had thought to explore a little more, but... bump up security. Next one is 12 points. Alright.
By the flames! Grout is dead? Babylon!
And let's just skip this. And I'm going to save just so I don't have to listen to his monologue again. I don't actually have Spore. I've played it a few times, but I don't have it. So that's not the way.
Hey, stop right there.
Wait, did it just... did it just use a regular human character voice? Okay, not that way. Not that way. How about this way? Localizations for a lot of things are really iffy. If you want to see a mess of a localization, Stalker honestly had kind of a bad localization in the US.
Hey, stop right there.
I will come back here and explore if I get the chance, but it appears this place is burning down. There we go. I do love not having fall damage. Like, in Stalker, one of the, in Rookie Village, right at the start, they actually localized attic. Or no, they localized basement as attic. Which... there are several problems with that translation. And
Evening there.
that was rather frustrating.
Not burning? Ooh, smells like someone burnt the burgers.
I don't smell anything.
Sure, I'll open her up for you. Jeez, I could go for one of them double-spaced burgers. Onions, cheese, bacon,
Damn it, now I want a burger.
The Primogens still haven't been contacted by Grout. I thought I made it clear that you were not supposed to come back until we had heard from him.
Well... Grout's dead.
Grout's dead? What?
Second, I almost died in the fire, this crazy priest box set. Actually, yeah.
Bach! Every time I think he's lost the scent. So, Bach killed Grout to draw me out.
It seemed like Grout was already dead when he arrived.
Bach is a hunter. They stalk and kill our kind to appease their god. But like many mortals, their so-called faith is nothing but a conduit through which they quench their killing urge. Who else would have killed Grout?
On the way in, I saw Nines Rodriguez leaving the mansion.
Are you sure it was Nines Rodriguez? Because if it was, the consequences... Do you know where this might lead? Do you really have any idea?
Yes, that would mean war with the Anarchs.
It means, under most circumstances, I would call a blood hunt on the murderer immediately. However, the Anarchs of this city may interpret such an action to be a declaration of war. I do not want a war with them. This decision will take some time. I need to confer with the Primogen on this. In the meantime, I've come to a decision
it has something to do with the sarcophagus.
And I believe that for the safety of the inhabitants of this city, we need to place the sarcophagus under Camarilla protection until its contents can be confirmed. You're becoming quite indispensable to me. So, out of all my available personnel, I'm going to entrust the retrieval of the
See you later, White Wolf.
to you. It was quietly delivered to the Museum of Natural History a few hours ago.
I'll go at once.
The manifest from the Dane shows there was a small box from the same dig on board, but it was listed as missing. Keep an eye open for it. It may have been overlooked. It's crucial we get the sarcophagus in our possession within the next few hours.
The sarcophagus is as good as here.
Here are the keys to the front door of the museum. The sarcophagus should be in an examination room of some sort. There's a small security staff on site, but I don't want a massacre. Mortals are just as easy to deceive as they are to kill.
I'm ready to go, but not through the front door. No keys.
There is a degree of immediacy attached to this task. Work fast. And, as on the Dane, you are not to open the Ankaran sarcophagus for any reason. Excuse me.
That's... Yeah, translations are always weird, but, like, you can usually... If, say, it's a name, at the very least, you know, oh, well, this person is being called this. Or you have some kind of context, but, like, being told to go in the exact opposite direction because someone translated it as the exact opposite meaning means you will never find what you're looking for unless you look it up. Right. Let's hit Santa Monica.
Lovely evening.
I feel like I might be about to pass out, actually. So I think I'm going to go check the apartment and then sleep. But of course, the bullshit wizard will return tomorrow night. Tomorrow morning, technically, for me, but still.
Finally, you're back. I thought maybe something happened to you. I shouldn't even think such a thing. I mean, if you disappeared, how could I go on? But you're here now. I'm so glad when you're near me. feeling. It's love. Oh, all I can feel is love for you. I almost forgot. I got a college loan check today. Here, I want you to take some of the money.
Yeah, I'd rather not make you drop out.
I'd rather you kept it. I think I'm gonna drop out of school. You know, so I can watch over you during the day or run errands for you. It's the least I can do to earn my keep. I'll try to get more, you know, when I can.
I just needed to top off there. And let's check email. One unread. A bishop is sacrificed for the king. I guess that's just because I killed the bishop for Lacroix. Okay then. Alright, well, with that, I am going to crawl into bed and pass out. I wish everyone a good night. Or morning. Or perhaps afternoon. Whichever time it happens to be for you. And I will see you at 2 a.m. tomorrow morning. In Eastern Standard Time, that is. Yes. Anyway, I will see you all later.